Hello everyone and welcome to this MWO patch notes video. I already skimmed quickly through and it seems we're mostly looking at incremental changes, some of which are pretty much 100% in line with what is happening in the game right now and what it needs. So let's start. The Platinum Collection. Yeah, the skins are very nice, the variants covered are okay, some of the variants are actually great, like the Clan Rifleman or the Warhammer 7S with massive weapon velocity buff which makes your LRMs go really crazy fast. Get it if you like it, I guess. And let's get on with the Mech Quirks. So the Commando. So like most of the changes here, they are all pretty much incremental with some additional utility, as you can see here, like UAV capacity, extra consumable slot and whatever. To me, Commandos in general feel pretty much underpowered, and I don't think these quirk adjustments will give it enough of an edge to be as good as, for example, a Piranha or a Mistlynx, but they're pretty good, I guess. The Cougar. So here we have quite a bit more. The Prime variant gets some love with universal heat and cooldown in SO8 and a big velocity boost. The C variant also gets a massive heat and ballistic velocity bonus. The D also. This looks pretty promising. Like the H variant also gets a UAC jam chance. So yeah, this is pretty promising. Like the Commando, I feel like the Cougar is also pretty underpowered, although in a completely different way, and I'm not sure if it gives it enough to compete among overlights, but it's pretty good, I guess. So the Phoenix Hawk. It's okay, I guess, not much to add here. The Hunchback. Now this is pretty interesting. The 4G has a massive AC20 cooldown quirk already given. We get 15% range on top of that. Might finally make it more viable. I still think it's a bit of a gimmicky chassis like the Clan Hunchback with double AC20, but it's definitely a step in the right direction for the chassis. Okay, so we have the Dervish. Slight nerf, doesn't look too bad. The Champion, I never played the Invictus, so hard to tell if it's good or not. Looks like a pretty sweet buff, I guess. The Nova Cat. Oh, I would really like to love the chassis. I really enjoyed playing it in the Quarter Living Legends, but here it's a really tough sell compared to others for long range trading. The A. I'm speaking about the A variant. So this is a sweet ERLL boost on top of 10% energy range, which is already there, I think. Let's check it. Heavy, Nova Cat A. Yeah, we get 10% energy range, 5% ear laser duration, set of 8. Ear laser duration, so 10% in general. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I'd still take the Prime over that. But might want to check if it makes it nicer. Okay, the Cobra Cat gets also pretty decent boost. The Archer 5S added 10% pulse laser heat. The Archer also already has some pulse laser quirks. Yeah, pulse laser cooldown, MRM cooldown, energy range. So yeah, that's a nice little buff. The Warhammer 2C. So this is very nice. Big increased ballistic velocity, increased cooldown and general missile hit. This is very nice. The MWO, 10% cooldown, 10% missile spread, 10% LBX cooldown, ballistic cooldown removed. So it's very slight buff here. I don't think it matters much. The Night Star, increased armor bonus, pretty nice, and missile hit. Oh, nice buff. The Marauder 2, now it gets a lot of stuff like PPC heat, ballistic cooldown, general ballistic cooldown instead of ACLBX. We get 10% ballistic range, 10% ballistic velocity, very nice. And the Direwolf. I'm not sure if anyone is going to play this Direwolf with all standard Omnipods, so the set of 8 bonus seems pretty irrelevant to me. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, and we get to the weapon adjustments, the most interesting part. LMG DPS adjustment. 10% increase, not 10. 0.1 increase actually. Yeah, the LMGs are pretty underpowered right now, and I'm pretty fresh with experimenting with them on a couple of chassis, and after playing some of the machine gun boating chassis like the Piranha, Mistlings, or even the Firestarter with standard and heavy machine guns, the LMGs seem to do negligible damage compared to them, so this is pretty much a very welcome change. I'm not sure if that makes them powerful enough, but it is definitely a step in the right direction. They're very nicely differentiated right now from the other machine guns with the range boost. Yeah, it's definitely a step in the right direction. Snub-Nose PPCs. With ults unit coming, both of these changes are perfect. Firing 3 at once didn't incur enough ghost hit to make it non-viable. You could just fire 3 of them, let's face it. And they 100% do too much DPS compared to hit right now, up to a point where you can do extended brawls with them against people with weapons that can be heavier and theoretically more hit efficient. I still think they will need a tiny bit more toning down, simply because it's a single projectile that travels pretty fast and is fairly easy to hit, at which point it delivers all of its damage at once, 10 pinpoint plus 5 splash. Lasers or UACs actually require to track your enemy to deliver their damage, and with how bad hit registration is in the game, that makes these PPCs more powerful at close ranges than, like for example, medium lasers, clan medium lasers, and UACs. And let's get the gameplay tweaks. Inner steel RRMs no fire in a single salvo regardless of the launcher tube count. This is good, I guess. Not much of a change. Bug fixes. Clan arc missile projectile no properly use a missile model. Okay. So this is all. So to sum it up, very nice incremental changes to the gameplay. Nothing groundbreaking. Looking forward to further adjustments, particularly with Snub-Nose PPCs. If you actually managed to make it this far in the video, then thank you very much for being here. Please subscribe if you liked it, and see you guys in the game. Bye!